Hello and welcome to LeadMaster. In this video, I'm going to review how to add a custom field to your record page. Now I'm going to go into a recent record of mine to show you a field that I've already created. Here we have types in the review section, and here I can have a checkbox of certain types of companies here. This is just one example. Now, to be able to do this, you need to have access to the main administration menu. If you do not have access to this menu, then you will not be able to create custom fields in LeadMaster, and you need to contact your system administrator. So let's get started. Under Automation and Customization, we have Customize Screens and Fields right here. We're going to go into Customize Pages, and then up here at the top, you'll see that we have a Custom Fields button. Click on this, and you can see my record label called Types, and it's a checkbox field. If you have any experience using our custom form section, this will look very similar to you. If we go to add a custom field, we're going to choose a location, either at the record, on the contact level, or on the opportunity. Most of the time, these would either be on the record. Now, you can have a text box field, you can have an encrypted text field, you can have a text area field, a radio button, a checkbox, a single select, or a multiple select. So for this option, I am going to choose a multiple select. Now for this field, I'm going to make this a best times to call field. You can choose to have this as required or read only, but for right now I'm going to choose neither of these things, and I'm going to click Submit. Now this has only created the title for my question. Now I need to populate answers to this question. You will need to do this for any other field type besides a text area field. So we need to click List Response, and this pops up another box, and then we need to add a custom field response. So for my first display value, I'm going to say morning, and then you'll see internal value. Once again, if you have any experience with our custom forms, you'll know that once you click Submit, this will automatically populate the display value into the internal. Make sure that your display value and your internal value match exactly. Now, the internal value is important to mention because if you are going to be importing to this field, you're actually going to be importing to the internal value and not the display value. So if you make this internal value 1, but try to import and say that this is morning, then it will not go in correctly. So just to be sure, make your display value the same as the internal value. It makes it much simpler and easier to use. You can set this as the default. You can change the order right here, and you can also add another response. In this case, I'm going to add another response. I'm also going to have afternoon. And I'm also going to say evening. So here's my 3 different values. And the way that they're presented on this list is not how they're going to be presented on the screen. If you open up, you can see that the order is still 3. They're listed in alphabetical order on the other page. So don't be concerned if you see them in a different list order than what you had wanted them to be. So now we're going to go back to our admin page. So you can click on Page List over here. And now that we've added this field, it's not added to our page just yet. That's the final step. If you haven't watched the Customized Pages video, I highly recommend that you watch it because everything that I'm about to review is covered in that video. You can find it here on the support page. Now back to LeadMaster. So we are going to either choose the sales update or the edit profile. If you remember from the video, you can choose either one. In this case, I'm going to choose the sales update. Now that we're on here, we can have this information shown up at the top. You see current work group, custom fields, add to selection, and the custom fields from the drop-down can be seen right here. Select the type, choose add to selection, and I'm going to choose the review section right up here at the top. There is also the key contact information, which is shown right here, and the profile summary area, which is shown right here. In this case, I'm going to choose the key contact information to put it in here. Click the green Add button, and you can see best times to call shows up in the key contact information. Now going back to our accounts list, we can see this on the page. Now remember from the video on customized pages, if you add a field, it will be added on the edit profile and the sales update. So you will be able to see it here. So if we scroll down to the key contact information, you can see best times to call is shown right here. And you can choose morning and also open it up in a separate box. And don't forget that it's also shown on the sales update page. So you can see it here as well. And all custom fields are able to be edited on the sales update page as well. And this concludes the tutorial on how to add a custom field in LeadMaster.